Welcome to this inspiring journey of Chinedu, a one-time mechanic apprentice, who through life hustle, discrimination, digital skills, self-belief, and determination triumphed. From security guard to software CEO, they laughed at me in my uniform. But I was learning code behind the security booth. My name is Chinedu Okafor, and this is the story of how a night guard became a tech CEO. It begins on a rainy night in Lagos. I was 28. No degree, just grit. I had once dreamed of being an engineer, but life happened. My father got sick. My mother sold vegetables, and I became the man of the house earlier than I should have. I tried to learn how to fix cars with my cousin, who is a mechanic, but the business wasn't thriving for him. He was struggling to get good clients. The only job I could find was as a security guard for NovaTech, one of those sleek tech companies with glass walls and people who drank coffee at 2 a.m. I stood outside while others built apps inside. But I was watching, and more importantly, I was learning. I'd patrol the corridors and see posters on the wall. Build the future. Your only limit is your imagination. Solve a problem, change the world. One night I whispered to myself, maybe I can build something too. With my tiny savings, I bought a used laptop. Battery life, 27 minutes. I charged it in the break room during night shifts. I discovered something that would change my life. Free coding tutorials. At first, it felt like another language. But after many sleepless nights, I typed, "Hello world," and I smiled. That line was more than text. It was proof. Proof that I could learn. Proof that I wasn't just a security guard. One evening, my supervisor caught me typing code. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "You, code? Focus on your torchlight, I beg." The other guards laughed, and I almost stopped. But that night I made a promise. One day I'll walk through this building. Not in uniform, but in a suit. From the booth, I'd overhear tech bros pitching ideas. Apps for yoga, apps for parking, apps for ordering smoothies. But what about us? What about the mechanic in my neighborhood who couldn't find clients? What about the tailor, the plumber, the guard? I had an idea. An app that connects informal workers to real clients. No middleman, no wahala, just skill meets opportunity. I called it FixNow. Then came the night that changed everything. A young intern named Toby forgot his badge. I let him in. He noticed the code on my screen and said, "You code?" I said, "Trying to." The next week, Toby invited me to a weekend hackathon. I hesitated. No credentials, no laptop charger, just passion. But Toby looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "You've built something, Chinedu. That's more than most." I went, my pitch was raw. My app had bugs, but people listened. We didn't win, but someone noticed. If you have watched to this point, please leave a heart and subscribe. As the crowd thinned, a man in a navy suit tapped my shoulder. "Where did you study?" I smiled. "The night shift." He laughed. And just like that, I got my first seed funding, and 2 million. No strings attached, just belief. He said, "You have 2 months to show me what you can do. Quit your job and go full time." I was terrified, but I said yes. Fast forward 2 years. Today, I am Chinedu Okafor, CEO of FixNow Inc. I have a team, an office, and users across West Africa. I've spoken at TEDx Lagos, wearing a tailored Ankara mixed suit, standing where dreams are no longer whispers in the dark. But here's the part that gets me every time. Last month, NovaTech invited me to speak to their staff. I walked into that building, not through the side gate, but through the main glass doors. As I passed the old booth, a new guard looked at me and smiled. He had a laptop open. I nodded at him, because I saw it in his eyes. He wasn't just guarding the building. He was building something too. Never let your uniform define your potential. Behind the scenes, behind the booth, behind the badge, you might just be writing the next billion-dollar code. This is how you go from watching the door to owning the building. Never let your uniform define your potential. You might be guarding someone else's dream today, but never stop building your own behind the scenes. Take a leap of faith. Thank you for watching till the end, and leave us a comment on how you are going to take a leap of faith in building that dream you have. Like and subscribe to Tales by NNA.